Where's the throttle cam? Ha! Ha! You're not getting that. You don't even have cat cam yet. You're not getting throttle cam. My lord. Press them all. That's never gone wrong ever. Especially the ones that are red and flashing. I was watching him play the other day, and it was like, press button 2 at 27. And I was like, how many? Says Lady Sheila. Yes. Yeah. Well, that's not even the total number of buttons that I've got between these two devices, but nevertheless. That's why I stopped playing Warcraft. Too many buttons for spells, actions, etc. Yeah, but the thing is, I mean, I could play this mouse and keyboard. But that being said, a keyboard has a lot of buttons on it. But I'm gonna be honest. Once you kind of got the muscle memory of what button is what, there's the ergonomics of a throttle and stick. Absolutely amazing. Like, to the point that I'm seriously considering getting one of those button boxes. Just for my general gameplay, like MMOs and stuff like that. Just because they are built for the ergonomics and having all of the buttons more or less within reach of a single hand. I didn't mean buttons, I meant screens. Yeah, I'm only playing with one screen. The other screen is for you, chat. Smile. Give me your best war face. Oof, no, too much war. Don't do that again. Okay. Now, I am legitimately tempted to do flight school again, but we're just going to jump straight in.
Even after everything that has struck over the last few decades, the Terran conflict, the Xenon, and the jump gates shutdown, the Argon Federation has established itself as a key power in this new jump gate network. And even its most distant colony, Black Hole Sun, is a hub of trade and community. Opportunities are aplenty for all. Every day, scores of young pilots set out from the system for the first time, on their way to find adventure among the stars.
There we go. So this would start us pretty much in the most default configuration you could have. And from there, we're pretty much free to do whatever we want. Again, this game does have a main story, and I think all of the potential starts have a different kind of main story that they're pushing you into, or a different start to the main story. But they're all kind of I feel that Young Gun is probably, from what I've read, the only one that doesn't really push you at all. It's there if you want it, but otherwise you don't have to. Whereas all of the others are kind of giving you a nudge to get into the story. I think Young Gun is probably the most comparable start to any of the starts in Star Sector, in that, yeah, you could do the whole Galactic Academy stuff, or you could just accidentally not realize that that's where the main story starts and just go off and build an empire, and then one day be trying to find like you're just running some missions because you feel like, lol, why not, with your massive like Paragon fleet, and then you happen upon Galatia and they're like, oh, yo, here's the main story. You're like, what? Excuse me, there is a main story in this game? Where was my memo? Hey, Drago Cataphrag, thank you very much for the 14 months, mate. And yeah, all of the items are actually produced and transported legitimately in the game, and the player can absolutely wreck everything that exists and build their own in its stead. Nothing is yeah, no, straight up. You can if you want to be a pirate, you can be a pirate. You can just target trade vessels. If you want to be a smart pirate, then you will target specific trade vessels to create a need for resources that you will yourself supply. Which HOTAS? X52 Pro. He's a bit old now, but he's comfy. But with that said, we're going to be jumping into this, and we're going to see what we can do. I am probably going to die many times the moment I try to do fighting, because I really haven't learned how to do that.
Val Selton's log, day 1.
We're not keeping that
I'm
name for
excited to
very
get
long.
underway with this new ship. I'm not entirely sure what I'll do yet. Trading, exploring. Am I brave enough to face combat?
That's loud.
Whatever it is, I'm sure it'll be exciting.
I can't hear you.
Here goes nothing.
Please move the camera away from the thrusters. Or mute it. Please mute the camera drones. Please turn off the camera drones. Audio feed. Too loud. My God. Why would you do that? Audio in space? Well, I don't think I mean, okay, yeah, fair enough. Actually, that makes a lot of sense. I get the impression more that the audio is from the inside of the ship rather than the outside. Like the camera drone decided to nail itself to the back wall right behind the thrusters. But yes, it's fake audio, like in those electric cars, so that you know it's coming. I love the idea. Yeah, so, you know, we had too many instances of people just flying into each other because they can't hear one another, and if they just happen to not be looking the right way, crash. So we installed a noisemaker in all of our spaceships. It's actually a universally required piece of tech. You can't take it out. And it just makes a sound that it's you know, a thruster sound. I don't know. It just makes a whooshing sound, okay? So the people know that they're about to get whooshed. Makes sense. Health and safety. Keeps insurance premiums low. Yeah, no, it doesn't travel. It's not like it's making the sound in the ship and it's traveling to the other. No. That's always being broadcast on all frequencies all the time. And that's true. Exhaust is not a vacuum. Exhaust, by its very nature, is exhaust. All right, so hello. We are in the space station. Look at this gloriousness. Hello there. You are going to be so too much expense. This is my ship. There's a couple of things we want to do. For anyone not familiar with this game, the first thing I think you'll probably appreciate is... First, oh, by the way, I don't have my own logo. I have been told that I can, so it's knowledge that I have, but sadly, I didn't have time prior to the Wholesome Verse starting because I was behind time because I was... organising flights because a couple of my friends are coming over from Norway to go to Edinburgh Hogmanay, the Hogmanay celebrations in the New Year's, and we needed to sort out flight details and stuff, so it was kind of important. But in the future, should everyone enjoy this, then I will try and get the Dapper Dragon up on the ships. But one of the first things that I wanted to show you, you can straight up just go into the ship. And then you
Elite Vanguard.
Get into the pilot seat. Like so. Oops, that was the wrong button. My apologies. Why is that happening? Oh, it's because I'm docked. Okay. I believe, though, that I should... Yeah, I can look around inside my cockpit. Super cool. And if I was, you know, looking for that... actually hurtling through space, oh my God, I'm going to die experience, I can make my cockpit invisible. Through the powers of science. Magical camera drone technology. We won't be doing that, though. I actually kind of like feeling grounded and like, you know, I'm not just exposed to the vacuum of space. It's a good time. Okay, so. Lots of stuff you can do. Not going to be doing any of it right now, though. Okay. Because there are other things we need to do. This space station, as with all space stations that I'm aware of, like these areas are where the ships will land, and there will be other ships. This is a simulated galaxy. If you're familiar with games like No Man's Sky, yeah, you'll have the same sort of thing. Ships will come and go to space stations. Unlike No Man's Sky, though, people will get out and walk around. We've got different areas for small ships and gigantic areas for gigantic ships. It makes sense. And yeah, this is totally like an airport, and I love it. Wee, 'cause my legs. I'm so lazy. I just, walking for plebs, really. I am space royalty. I have my own ship. I am a landowner. A space owner? No, I'm not. Well, I guess I own the space inside my ship. I am a space owner. I do not walk. My goodness. But it would be completely impractical to have a horse and carriage come and pick me up, so I accept the conveyor belt. That's fine. But there are various stations in this, or places, like shops and stuff in this station. It's not on the level of simulation of things like Star Citizen. It probably never will be. But that's why this game is out, and Star Citizen is not, and may never be. There's a point where you have to just say, okay, maybe the scope is a little bit too big. This game does not have the full Star Citizen experience. And that is probably why this game is playable. Shots fired. Oh, yes, absolutely. Torpedoes, in fact. Let's not talk about Star Citizen. Weeping Belial face. See, I want Star Citizen to work. It's just, oh my god, the scope is so enormous. Will it ever? But you can see a couple of people around. There's not many ships docked at the moment, so you're not going to see many people. But you can wander around like this, or you can be lazy. And, you know, I do admire laziness. So you can go down here to the turbo lift. Oh, no, hold the lift door. Oh, you shit. Thankfully, it's a turbo lift, so it's very fast. And then you can go to wherever you want to go. Like, we can go up. Where's my mouse? Give me my mouse, please. There we go. Mouse. Oh. Apparently, no, I don't get a mouse. Okay, fine. Well, we can go and do spacewalk. You can spacewalk in this game, which is amazing. I can go anywhere I want. Like, let's go over here. Don't. Whoosh. Hello. Space Administrator. Hello. Hello to you. You can look outside. Oh, that turbo lift was remarkably fast because I got in the turbo lift over there. But you can see ships coming and going, landing and doing their various things. My ship is down there somewhere. My ship is on this side. And they don't call it a turbo lift for nothing. This is a turbo lift. Let's go to the traders corner. Hey, so Star Citizen is going to be a legacy game. The legacy is that the grandchildren have to finish. You know what? You're probably closer to the truth there than anyone really wants you to be. But yeah, as you can see, peeps come. Oh dear. Are we going to see a collision? Inside here, there is a speed limiter on ships. But yeah, no, all sorts of cool stuff going on all the time. Space radio. New crafting. I have no idea about crafting. That is something I legitimately don't know anything about, so please forgive. Again, I have done the tutorial twice, and I have set up an automatic trader who was not the most efficient. I need to be over there. That is where I need to be right now, I believe. So let's go over there. I could go the regular way via turbo lift, or I can walk over there. I'm probably going to do that quite a lot. Not all of the stations look like this. That's another beautiful thing. It's like, you know how Starbase, all of the starter stations all look the same. This not so. Different stations have different aesthetics. Different stations have different layouts. Some of them are massive big hangars like this. Other ones are the back of a ship. Others still are much more exposed. You just kind of fly in and go straight down. Oh god, I forgot the starting ship doesn't have auto-docking software installed. Yeah, I imagine anyone who's used to playing this game a lot is going to... it's going to be a test of your anxiety limits, me playing this. But hopefully, again, you will have patience with me. Okay, so that's our beautiful ship over there. There are a couple of things that we need to change though before we do anything else, and one of them is that, yeah, I'm not going to fly this by myself. I demand a pilot, and I'm willing to expend the vast majority of my wealth on getting that pilot early. But first... Right. I got information. I really want my mouse back. Can I get my mouse? Please and thanks. There, no. Why? Mouse? Why have you forsaken me, mouse? Oh. My mouse is around, but the moment I click in the game, my mouse disappears, and I don't understand. Like, that didn't behave that way before. Accessibility settings, maybe? Not in there. Controls. I mean, I don't want to be controlling mouse and keyboard, but I do want a mouse available to me. Try toggling full screen. Thank you for that suggestion. Let's give that a shot, shall we? Please forgive aspect ratio changes. Oh god. Game is like, ah! Do you know how many shaders I have to load? It's just a click of a button for you, but for me, this is a major engineering project. Fair. Please forgive. It's going to look like arse for a few seconds while it reloads all of the shaders. Have I got a mouse yet? Mouse! Yes! Thank you, chat. You've saved us all.
Remind all visitors to keep their children with them at all times.
Keep your children with you at all times, chat. Okay. Now, I was tempted to name Val Saturn Aavak. I'm still somewhat tempted. But I guess I could give chat this name. Aavak the Aardvark? No. Rude. Space Aavak. Alright, so I noticed one thing when playing through this, when I got the auto trading. So this is a question out to those who in the know about X4. With the Young Gun start, is there going to be many voiceovers where Val Selton refers to themselves? Because it doesn't change that. They'll still kind of, like in the opening sequence, they talk to themselves. They talk about themselves as Val Selton. Arthur Vacuum. Vacuum. I always modded the game, so I have no idea. That's the name of your empire, by the way. Really?
Security would like to remind all
No
visitors to keep
voiceovers outside of the thing.
at
Okay.
all times.
You're quite right. Well, I mean, it says name, but Val Selton is literally the name of the character, though. Organization name is down there. This is character name. Marco Inaros. No! Maybe Philip Inaros, but not Marco. Are we going to be that obnoxious? I'm not sure we can deal with the level of obnoxious this would invoke.
Customers are reminded that wares on the station are sold without warranties.
Are you just going to walk around pressing every button you see? Then yes, this works. Kind of fair. Sure. We'll keep Holden, and we need another name though. Chat, give me a pirate name. We've got Holden, so we've got our we've got our oh, how would you best describe Holden though? Because ultimately Holden did kind of have people's best interest in, insufferable is probably the best way to describe Holden. So we've got our insufferable space captain. We now need a name of a pirate, I think, to balance it out. Melodramatic. Ouch, but also true. Dread Pirate Roberts? I mean, we could... Harlock. Oh, damn it. Okay, well, we're going to go with Holden Harlock. Okay. So it's got a little bit of alliteration there as well.
We have reports of an outbreak of Argon flu in this sector. Would
Argon flu?
visitors please
Oh dear.
report to the medic bay?
I escaped to space to avoid COVID. Not to get a worse version of it. Dear Lord. Okay, so faction relation. Apparently the Argon Federation and the Antigon Republic, they're okay with me. Statistics, I mean, stats. Inventory, nothing. Modifications, no idea how that all works. Space suit upgrades, don't have any of those. Global orders. Account management, I have 10,000 mega credits. I don't have any personnel. I've got messages. No, I don't, actually. I have no friends. Then I've got a logbook, and that's pretty much it. As for the ship, I do believe that we can rename the ship if I want to. Oh. Apparently I can't. Let me... Oh. Okay, come back out. Information on ship. There we go. I can rename the ship. Oh. Yes. Yes, I can. Good. So we've got our port registry. MUJ885. Hey, look. Captain Harlock didn't necessarily have many friends either. I think, like, he counted like 4 people amongst his friends, and really that's probably pushing it as well. Maybe 2.
The restaurant is now open.
What do we want to christen our ship? Because Elite Vanguard is not it. Screaming Five Arcadia. Oh, God damn it! Why are you appealing to my anime nerd so hard? It's rude. The Unsinkable. Oh, see, now that is a ship name, okay? The Unsinkable 2. That's an even better ship name. That ship name has a story to it. Tell me a story in 2 words. Unsinkable 2. That's perfect. I think we're gonna have to go with the Unsinkable 2. Perfect. Okay. So that's pretty much everything we need right now. Okay, so our ship, in terms of its loadout, if I look in here, we've got 1 small pulse laser. I don't think we can have anything. This is not a fighting ship, and we shouldn't be using it like one. However, there's a couple of things we are going to want to do, and one of them is to get a pilot. Now, I'm not necessarily going to be using the pilot straight away. We're going to do a little bit of flying around. Now, I already know that you're going to be too expensive.
Please report to Medbay 6 for bioweapons clearance.
Bioweapons? No, not you. You, maybe. No, you've got engineering and morale, but no... you'd be very cheap, but also you might break my ship. You've got piloting, though. Hello.
Hello.
I would like to hire you for 5,780 Argon Mega Credits. I would like to get you on the Unsinkable as the captain. Hi.
Thank you for your confidence in me.
You're welcome, random person I only just met. Goodbye. Wow. Hello? I think this is when they're getting updated in some way, like they've just been sent down there for repairs or something. My god, that... impressive. I'm jealous, chat. I'm already jealous of other people's ships. Damn it. Steal it. Now, I do believe there are things you can do, but that's not going to be one of them. Not for us yet. Alright then. Now, at this point, we are going to go for a little bit of a spin. Now, quick question. We have got roll attached to the left right on the stick, not the twist. Okay. Yaw is twist, roll is left and right. Okay, let's head on out. Nice and gently to start with. By the way, I do not center myself to the what's it called? The kind of plane in a solar system. Obviously it's 3D, so there's no up, there's no down, there's no middle. Ecliptic? Or something along those lines? I'm terribly sorry. I feel rather ignorant for not knowing. We've come out a little far enough, I think. Ecliptic. Euclidean. Lots of folks saying ecliptic, so we'll go with ecliptic. Alright, I don't necessarily... we were actually talking about this a little bit in Wholesomeverse stream. That whilst I get motion sickness in real life, I actually don't suffer from sim sickness at all. In fact, I feel quite confident about motion in games. And this kind of ties into the fact that I don't tend to get lost in games, typically. I mean, I've got a good sense of direction in games. Whereas in real life, turn me around enough and I now no longer know where I lived. Let's get out of the way of everything here. Let's have a nice little boost. Whoop. Just speed away a little bit. That's good enough. Now, with that in mind, I actually find it more convenient not to have an up and or a down. I'll be whatever direction I need to be to make what I'm doing most convenient for me in that moment. Now, that might not sit very well with some viewers, and for those of you who have a real big problem with that, I apologize. And I will try to bear it in mind. Like, if I've got nothing else to do, and there's no particular reason for me to be in any particular orientation, I'll try and orient myself next to other things, so it's a little bit easier to watch. But do understand that by and large, that's not going to be my default mode. Upside down, right side up, those are concepts that don't exist in space. I've got 6 degrees of freedom of movement. I don't need to worry about that. I will try and use the radar there as a bit of an idea which way up I am, and I'll try to bear that in mind. Okay. Aavak, Unsinkable 2 will always be associated with a welding cart for me, because during a Bartleby stream in Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead, I convinced him to rename a welding cart to Unsinkable 2, as every time in the aircraft carrier start, he had a welding cart sinking for some reason. Okay. Aircraft carrier start in Cataclysm Dark Days... My god, it's been too long since I played that game, apparently. Apparently the space station must die. No. We're not going to shoot the space station. Why would I do that? What we are going to do, though, is bring up long-range scan mode. My button for long-range scan is my secondary fire button, which requires me to flip the latch and everything. It's the button I usually use for missiles, but yay. Sorry. Let's get some pings out there.
Sentinel.
Find out what's going on in the universe. Okay. So, scanning done. Head over to the map. See what we discovered. Discovered many things. Almost all of them in this direction. Unknown stations. Oh, wow, we've got a lot of stations right next to each other. Nothing else. Oh, actually, no. We've got a little bit of a station there. Okay. Fair enough. I feel that I kind of want... You know what? Yeah, we do. We want to deploy a satellite here. I think it will be within range. I'm going to approach this a little bit closer. I would love it if the satellite was also watching the exit points. The satellite is going to give me eyes on this area without me having to actually be there and have eyes on it, basically. Let me first check the orientation. Okay. There's the gate. The map is a certain orientation, so to make this a little bit easier, I will rotate such that I can see it a bit better. There's another station over there by the seams of it. Is that actually the station I was looking at? Yes, indeed it is. Okay. We'll boost a bit. I only want to approach it, though. This will do. I would like to deploy a satellite. Damn it, I missed one of the gates. Oh well. It's more important that I cover both of the stations. This way I can see what's for sale. And what the kind of demand, the production is down here. Let's take these off. So this one's producing food rations for 22 credits. Is this one even requiring food rations for anything? Yeah, it's for 12 credits, so that is not a good trade. Unsurprisingly. There are lots of stations over here in really close proximity, but I don't think a single scanner is going to hit all of them. But I could have one there and one there, definitely. And I might, if I get perfect positioning, get one there to cover all of these. So that is probably what we're going to do. But for now, let's set guidance to that, so I've actually got something to look at. And we're going through this cloud. Now, I have no idea if this is going to be a wise move or not. I've no real idea. We've just gone into travel mode, so we're speeding up a lot. It'll take a little while to get fully sped up, but I've no idea if the gas clouds... I mean, it would make sense if they offered some sort of resistance. And flying straight into them was a bit dumb. We'll find out, I guess. Also, don't try to steer whilst in travel mode, because you're moving way too fast. Hey, Vormithrax! Welcome, Raiders! Hello, everyone! Thank you so much for that resub, Nightly Prophet. Ah, there we are. Some resources. That's a little bit of what I was worried about, flying straight into a gas cloud. There's a potential for rocks. Big, honking, huge space rocks. Okay, let's cancel travel mode. Sorry, I activated again, rather. Gas clouds offer no resistance. Well, that's good to know. Alright, I'm going to turn off trading so I can actually see what I'm doing. I think we need to be a little bit over here. Like, right about there, I'm going to say. Maybe even just there. I want to have a bit of a better idea. Is that really between them all? Are they on a different plane? I mean, visually, yeah, I guess they are. Yeah, let's rotate. Ah, okay, so that, yeah, that would make sense. Now, of course, you know, this game is in 3D. So we want to go down about halfway along this route and deploy our... that there. Interesting how far down that goes, though. I'm not really sure how the movement does that, but let's just edge forward at just regular thrust. I thought we got you used to rocks and stones earlier. Shush. That was amazing, though. Deep Rock Galactic. That is definitely going to have to be like a dappling game night game at some point. 100%. Now, if I fly at this speed, it's going to take me an actual age. Okay, boost. And then slow down. Right, I think deploying my satellite here would be good. Let's see if that caught them all. See, I don't see a spherical... Oh, no, no. Yeah, there it is. That's the plane that it exists on. But I think that catches all of them. Hopefully. I don't know entirely if that's true or not, but we can but hope. Let's set guidance to about here, though. Between these two... Actually, let's set it to about there. Stop guidance first. That's interesting. It doesn't seem to be exactly where I'm mousing. Make sure you avoid the plane with a snake. Really? My lord. But hey, Volmouth Rex, thank you ever so much for the raid, mate. You were last seen playing Conan Exiles. Actually, I've seen you streaming that a little bit. How are you finding that? Is it your first foray into Conan Exiles, or are you a returning player? I wonder, could you cover an entire planet in electronic paper to hide it from the universe? I guess we will have to sign up for regular delivery through Ars Technology Prime to get enough to test it. I speak up, Blair. It wouldn't be one of my streams if you weren't here to plug electronic paper. It really wouldn't. Of course, you want me to go through the asteroids. No, I say. No, 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 and indeed no. We'll go this way. I think I can see the other station just over there. Either way, this is going to be a travel... well, travel engine move. Oh, we see a gate there. Just scooch out of this area. Just a wee scooch. Slow right down there. That is something over there. Don't know what that something is, but... got a station just down there. And one over here as well. A scanner right here will be able to see both of them. But that does beg the question of what is you? Right there. Malado, I can see you, but I don't know what you are. Either way, let's get... I don't have too many of these to deploy, and they are expensive for me to get right now, so... that will cover these two. It's probably a defensive station, I'm guessing, right next to the jump gate. Could have gone with Nos on Silhouette as a name. I could have, yeah. A good way to tell if stations are within the satellite's range is to fly away and see if the information timer starts running down. If it does, it's not within range. Oh! Yeah, that's a good point, actually, yeah. Because you can just pick the satellites up. That's why I'm not too worried about their placement. But it looks like we've got a fairly large material field here. The purple is both gas and mineral. The red is mineral and the blue is gas, I believe. Yeah. Now then, this is the last spot that I want to be at. And because I am much lazy... Yo!
Hello.
Hello.
Elite Vanguard.
This be how we send instructions. Right, so actually get rid of the guidance for now. Got the Elite Vanguard, I believe, selected. There we are. I can tell them to fly and wait. Now, I could also tell them to deploy the satellite when they get there. Actually, I kind of like that idea. Got to select it. Civilian deploy satellite. There we are. Now, with all of that done, we can just loom over them and watch as they control everything. Tell them how wrong they're doing it. Or just, you know, enjoy the vistas. We can use camera drones to look at the ship in different areas, if we want to. You can actually see me that stood there, over the pilot. I love that. You can see yourself in the cockpit. Poor guy having the boss breathing down his neck, I know, right? But how are you doing, the Unspeakable Blair? Always great to see you in chat, buddy. I had played Deep Rock Galactic a long time ago, like once. Again, with the Dapplings. My total playtime is like 90 minutes. Long enough ago that I didn't remember anything about it. Alright, what's your current orders? Does it say? Or have we already deployed the satellite, I wonder? Oh no, we're quite far away, actually. I wonder why we're going so slowly. Autopilot is very particular about not crashing into things, which I appreciate, I'm going to be honest. Once we've deployed the satellite down here, well, we might need to make micro adjustments, so I'll wait until we get there. There's a built-in dragon logo. Also, you can change your default ship livery. Yeah. That's a good point, actually. We will do that. The thing with autopilot is it's one thing to calculate a path across a two-dimensional plane. It's entirely another one to calculate a path across a three-dimensional plane when you have 6 degrees of freedom. Pathfinding in this would be a nightmare, computationally. Arden Drub would like an elevator pitch for this game. Chat, you're up. You know the game better than me. Oh, take care, sweet orange bunny. Now, this is going to be one of the nice things about playing this game. So I'm going to be able to just interact with chat like crazy compared to normal games. Because there's going to be times when I'm just letting our pilot fly us around. The illness I caught today has me feeling drained. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, sweet orange bunny. I hope you feel better when you wake up. What was the question? Just dropped in. Someone asked for an elevator pitch for this game. My elevator pitch would just be open world space sci-fi sandbox. But that describes so many games that I feel it needs something with a little more to it. And I feel that someone who knows the game better than me would be better put to explain it. My lord, my man, you're taking an age to get over here. Why? You're like, must go slow. Alright. Information. Behaviors. Cancel both of these. I would like you to deploy. I kind of want it more or less in the middle, about here. Just go here and deploy. See if this corrects your brain. Yeah, see? Instantly speeding up into travel, using the travel drive. The pilot might think he's close enough to not bother with travel mode. True, but we'd been at that speed for so long. Like, slowing down now makes a bit more sense, because we're right there.